Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
We have Brigadier General Robert Ofei Sackey. Sir, I salute you, sir. I noticed that you went to Kwaboche.
Yes.
Which years were you in Kwaboche?
1963 to 1970.
Oh, 63 to 70. Wow, 7 years.
Yes, 6 form.
So you left 1976
Yes.
form, upper 6, and you entered the military straight up?
No,
you
that's when I joined the special branch.
Okay, tell me about that.
Special branch, I took a small stint with teaching at Royal Academy and Secretariat School.
Okay.
And they have a counter-intelligence office at Accra Newtown, where I got to know some of my colleagues.
Okay, so hang on. You went into the special branch
After 6 form.
as a civilian.
Yes.
Wow. And people, special branch, by the way, is what we now call the National Investigations Bureau, or BNI, NIB, whichever one. Yeah.
Yes. And at that time, it was an autonomous institution. Special branch was brought under the police service after the 66 coup.
All right, all right.
And that was when Professor Fusama was to be the first director, and they were doing recruitment. And a cousin of mine, who was then in the special branch at that time, told me about the recruitment. Sent my application to him, and I was called for interview.
Right.
And immediately
Straight
employed.
up. At which time, and a lot of your mates had moved on to the universities.
And I initially wanted to join the military,
Okay.
and I wasn't taken.
Yeah. Good. So what were your experiences there yourself?
Very great.
You want to tell us?
In
share
the
that?
2 years immediate training, I was first in the investigation branch, where I learned clandestine photography. I later on put in the counterintelligence branch, where there are a lot of coup makers and political activists that we've worked on from that time till now. And the experience there was mainly the manner of training that you get, which is from the British security system. And they will teach you about the Soviet tactics, what security is all about. And we've kind of put security in some, how do you call it?
We've mystified it,
Mystified
right?
security.
Yeah.
And the definition of security at that time is sabotage, espionage, and the third one is what? My memory comes out.
Yeah.
And that was as simple as that. But the present context of security encompasses every aspect of human life. So you don't no longer talk about security of your house, financial security, environmental security, everything. Just enumerate all the ministries and departments that you have in your body politics, and they are all not under security.
They have
But they are-
security
Yes,
implications.
implications.
Yeah. Good. So your time, how long were you there again?
About 2.5 years or something, the kind of experience I went through, and then migrating into the military.
How did that happen?
Like I said, the military wanted to have a fourth service, the border guard service, to take care of our borders and all these things. And they needed new officer corps. And they thought the nature of the job of border guards people with police and security experience should be the basis of that core that they want to form. So they turn their attention to the special branch, the police service. Anybody with O level of a certain age can attend to their training and be recruited into the border guard service as an officer. And here was I in the special branch. I had been given a lance corporal position, as a constable class 1 or something. And if I'm going to be an officer, something I've cherished earlier, then why don't I take the opportunity? So I applied. About more than 20 of us in the special branch then, with O level and things like that, and A level, applied. And got to know that the director had put it away. It was then not Ofei Sackey. It was then one Mr. Tibiru. Tibiru, yes.
Okay.
They had put our application away because you can't train this crop of intelligence officers
And let everybody
and then
leave.
get them all living together. So when I had the hint, I applied privately, quietly, because I had some relations. My in-law was in the military, a warrant officer, told him. So I applied like the advert that came out. He sent it. And for some time I didn't get a reply. So I was wondering what was happening. Then one day, Achampon was in power.
Okay,
And if
so
you
this will be
remember-
72 now.
Yes, yes. Achampon was in power, and you remember one Colonel Tichmenson,
Yeah,
the right-hand man of
yeah.
Achampon. And they paid a visit to a friend of mine I was staying with at Bank of Ghana Flats.
Which one? Mataiko?
The one that, yes, Materco,
Mateko,
yes.
yeah.
That's then been built.
Fresh.
And, yes, and my Suhum counterpart, he went to Adisada. He,
Soon sound.
and
Soon
then
sound.
he was working at Bank of Ghana, just finished university, and was given that accommodation. He was a research officer. So they paid a visit, the Colonel Tichmenson, they paid a visit to him and the fiancée. He was then not a fiancée at that time. Then I got to know that they were military high command officers. I said, why don't I ask them if they can help me to get
That's all.
So I gave them my story. And they said I should go and bring my certificate. I said, you look at this, so see me on Tuesday. I went to the office. I went and he also referred me to another
officer. Yeah.
officer called Commander Datsun. He's late. They said, look at this young man's thing, and you should see if he can join the recruitment. Got up, followed the man to his office. They prepared the form for me. Then he told me that there was an exam the following day. So I went, Bema Hall, we were about quite a sizable number.
Yeah.
Went and sat for the exam. Sat for the exam. Our result came in the newspapers. In the newspapers, with my name, we were tracing to see where my name was. And then saw my name there, Ofei Sackey. That time I was in the counter-intelligence section. So my mates, when we were going to work out in town, would drop me to go and sit the exam. And then they would go. When they come back, they pick me.
Go
And
back
then
to
I
work.
go, they give me the resume of whatever they've picked. And then I write the report.
But you're still working.
Yes.
You're still working.
So
yeah.
the result came, I had passed. They gave me an invitation for the normal test with leaderless test, this medicals and all that. And eventually, when I realized I was going to go through, I wrote to the special branch that I was going to school.
Of course, it was a
Yes,
school.
yes, I was going to school. So I was resigning from the special branch.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten my police number. I had a police number.
Wow.
So when I wrote the 3 months, if they call me right now, I cannot say I won't go. So with time, I just went and told my boss. When I got the entry to go, went to my boss that, yes, I wrote that I was going to school. At the same time, I've got entry into the army. And you are my boss, and he's called Sackey.
Oh,
My boss,
okay.
Abraham Sackey, maybe you may know him. So I left at the military academy. After 2-3 weeks, the special branch people came to take me away. No, but it didn't happen.
Oh, they came to the
Yes,
military academy
yes.
requesting to take you back.
Yes, I mean,
Well, you didn't resign, or they didn't accept your resignation?
I've resigned, but I have not been given approval.
Oh,
So it's like you are still on a woo, absent without
Proper
official-
award.
Yes. So that is the part of the story. They came, and then I saw one, Mr. Asante, Adiu, Sergeant Asante, and then as soon as I saw him there,
so when you saw them, you knew that Charlie Asamaba.
oh, but I didn't fear, because I didn't hide to go.
Okay, yeah.
I declared I was in special branch. The military also wanted police or special branch people. A citizen of Ghana,
Yeah.
I have applied to go and do another job.
So the recruitment at the time was for the border guard officers.
Yes. And Utuka was then the commander.
Okay. Yeah, the border guard,
Commandant.
the
Yeah,
border
yes.
guard commandant.
That
yes.
time he was Ghana Military Academy commandant.
Okay. Before he
Yes, before he became a service commander of the border guard.
All right. All right.
So the commandant asked me, yes, your people are here, they want to take you away. Do you want to be here or you want to go back?
That's General Utuka.
Yes. Then I said, I've come here, and I knew what punishment I should leave to go and take punishment. So I told him, I want to be here. On this initial one, he asked me, a few colleagues of mine who have abandoned the training.
That's the border guard training.
Yeah, the training were.
Of course, the military training.
And at that time, I was a border guard cadet,
Yeah.
but we were doing the initial military training for all the services.
That's correct.
Army, Navy, Air Force,
yeah.
and yes, everybody. So it was the Ghana Military Academy officer cadet training. Doesn't matter which service you came from. And a few people have ran away from my room, and I was being queried for when they left and all that.
You mean they've run away from the
yes,
training?
yes. Oh, people.
But it was difficult?
Yes.
So why did they come?
No. The people. A lot of people didn't know that was the first 8 weeks of academy. If you survive, it means you can do the rest of the time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was tough?
Tough.
Why? You were running? You didn't sleep?
Running. You don't sleep, and
You lose weight? Oh, they have to go there.
and then you've been. My hair wasn't like this. In secondary school, I had the biggest bow.
Yeah, but the small is there.
Oh no, I still. This time I shave every morning. I virtually shave every morning. So when I went there and then they shaved me, that time I loved my hair so much. They shaved me, and then they asked me to carry my box. Luckily, I didn't go with a box. I went with a small bag And the instructors were even teasing that you knew you carry your ball, that's why you brought this in. I didn't say anything. But I was sad for being shaved. After a while, after being shaved, another cadet was
So
coming.
they shave you with the proper shaver?
However, it's a proper shaver. And he dismissed them and then they left. Then I went back. In fact, the fatigue I wore into Utica, where I just come from battle pit, dirty, mud and everything on me. So it was very strange that, hey, I'm going on commandant's interview in this outfit. And any time you are going to commandant, it's something serious.
Yeah.
The one I went and saw that this was the reason and exonerated.
You calm down.
I calmed down.
It gives you more confidence.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so people, I am speaking with Brigadier General Robert Ofei Sackey. Now, he's told us about his days at the Special Branch and, you know, now they've changed the names. Now we are at NIB, you know, so we'll take it like that. So this is it. We will take a short break. When we come back, we will still find out how eventually he converted from his now border guard into the regular army. We'll be right back.
Do you want a healthy smile?
Ready for a smile makeover? Hi, I'm Tanya from Bethel Dental Clinic, Ghana. Cosmetic dentistry services can enhance your smile's beauty and boost your confidence with a more attractive and radiant look. Whether you're interested in teeth whitening, veneers, or a complete smile transformation, an experienced dental team can help you achieve the smile of your dreams. The process begins with a consultation where we assess your oral health, discuss your specific concerns and goals to create a tailored treatment plan. While smile makeovers primarily focus on improving the appearance of the smile, they can also offer functional benefits such as better bite alignment, improved chewing ability, and enhanced overall health.
Healthy smile.
Welcome back. This is Footprint. I'm Samuel Atamensa, and we are with Brigadier General Ofei Sackey, and he tells us about his beginning and his military training and all that. And but I'm more interested in the special branch because it was so feared. You know, once you hear that special branch is after you, you better get lost. That's how we saw it as civilians or as children back in the day, you know. So tell me, you spent 10 months at the military academy, is that correct? And you had been hired as a border guard cadet.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember your uniform. It was something between green and brown, you know. It wasn't
Grayish.
grayish. It's not. It wasn't as deep as the military people their own.
Yes. Yes.
But you dressed like military people.
Yes.
What was the work about? But you never wore the uniform, did you?
No, I never went there.
Tell me about that experience.
You know, as a cadet, at the selection board, I was selected as a border guard cadet. When we went to Academy, we do the general training
For everybody.
for everybody. And during that time, they select cadets who do well for overseas training. Sandhurst, India. At that time, we had not experienced the Canadian program had also been introduced, which our seniors before then that we didn't meet at academy had gone for
To-
about
to
500.
Canada?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I was on standby for the Indian group. Then the Canadian one also came. And I was selected
Wow.
to the Canadian one. And at that time, it was not, I don't think it was based on whether you were border guard or army. because they
They're just looking for the best.
Yes, they looked at, because the border guard duties and things they were going to, there's more akin to the Army than Navy and Air Force.
Yeah, I get that.
So when I was selected, I was happy to go abroad and go and have further training. Enjoyed the training there, learned a lot, and realized.
So this is Canada. Which institution is this?
Canadian Armed Forces
Training school.
Training School,
Right. Okay.
Oromoto, Combat Arms School.
Okay. The
They
combat
train
arms school.
Combat
Okay.
Arms School. They train Army, Navy. Army. When I say Army, infantry, armor, and artillery. That is their command. We have a similar school here, Army Combat Training School, and we have a similar one in Ghana, Arts, which we call Arts or Officers Training. So at Canadian,
And you're there for how long?
1 year.
1 year. Wow. So after Canada, you came back to Ghana.
I came back.
And then you
Posted me to 4 Battalion,
Kumasi.
Kumasi,
Which year?
1975.
Okay, so this will be in the heady days of Kutua Champon.
No,
75 is a Champon. No, 75 is a Champon.
75.
Yeah. It was overthrown in 70.
There you are right.
Yeah,
Kutua Champo.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I came back.
So 75 will be, is it when Colonel Bedu was the commissioner for Ashanti region?
No.
Or Kwame Asante?
When I was in Ashanti region, one commander Ofei
That must-
Navy.
Okay.
No,
so
but 75, who was the commissioner? Because 75, I was there, I was in Kumasi, 75, 76, 77, 78.
So this, you saw a
Yeah,
Champon
yes,
of-
yes.
You saw him off.
78, 79, I was still in Kumasi.
Okay. So 78 is when Akufu took over.
Yes.
And then 1 year after,
Yes,
Rollins.
So
also-
79, I was then in a boys' company as an instructor.
Okay.
After
So
4 Battalion, I was posted to,
Boys Company down there.
yes, close to 4 Battalion.
Yeah, where the boys they shave their hair, they look like happy to press. Small boys, they shave their hair,
So
they look hungry.
I became an instructor.
But tell me, not to take the words out, Boys Company, why were they eating in that rectangular pan? Some rectangular hard pan.
The rectangular pan is the plate.
Oh,
No, it's
allegedly.
it's the plate of the armed forces. That is what we eat in while we are in the field, and it is part of your battle order that you carry into the field.
Hard pan.
That
With a long hand.
Yes.
And then the yam, let me deal with that yam. When they cut your yam, the yam itself is like a mountain.
It should be so, because you are looking at about 100 or say a battalion in the field, and then you are cooking, and you want to go into the luxury of cutting
Cutting it, slice,
yam,
slice.
slice it, and then take it one by one for them.
Military PC and normal bonnet small.
The most important thing that it is well cooked, and then they give it to you, and then you eat.
So at this time, I was in the school there, the complex school, near the Boys Company.
Yeah.
That's where I used to attend school.
I did say you said this.
So-
You mean you were there?
Yeah, I was in school there. So you were the instructor for the Boys Company.
I was there from 1978 to 81.
Oh,
And Jua and all those people,
they passed through.
they passed through.
No wonder. That man was a stubborn man, man.
Oh, at Boys Company,
Hali Dujua.
yes.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
Like I said, I've taught in all the training schools and the armed forces.
But I'm
except-
very excited about this Boys Company.
Yes.
But why did they, it's no more, right? The
Yes.
Boys Company.
Yes, and It's part of the politics, which the only reason why they disbanded it, they became the fulcrum of agitation in the armed forces.
Really?
The way they were trained,
Yeah.
they were trained like officers.
Like officers?
Yes, their training is up to about being a platoon commander.
So you were the instructor of the boys' company
Yes,
in
one
Kumasi at
of
the
the
time.
instructors.
Okay, of course.
Yes,
So
one
you
of
were
the-
an instructor
Yes.
there.
And most of these boys who made the coup, in fact, I was their platoon commander at a certain time,
Oh, lovely.
especially when they pass out,
Yeah.
before they pass out.
So we are still with Brigadier General Ofei Sackey here, telling us a story in the army. Very interesting, some of the. Now, he has, seen all the regimes from Buzia right down to Rawlins 1, Rawlins 2. We'll take a short break. When we come back, he also did some lecturing, teaching, right?
Yes.
Teaching in the academy and all the other. So he'll come tell us about it and the nature of the security space, what it used to be, what has changed. This is Footprint. We'll be right back.
While you're done for the day, someone is planning to start theirs. At every given second in the dead of night, an uninvited guest could turn all your hard work into a nightmare. But with Response 1's BizGuide monitored alarm, help is already on the way. Our state-of-the-art video verification means the moment your security is breached, we are watching, verifying the threat instantly. Our dedicated response team acts swiftly, ensuring that threats to your livelihood are stopped in their tracks. And with our rent-to-own plan, this unparalleled security is yours with an affordable monthly payment. Protect your business now. Pay as you earn. Join the hundreds of shop owners who trust Response 1 to protect their businesses. Don't wait for the worst to happen. Act now. Call Response 1 today or visit our website. Your business deserves the best defense.
Welcome back. This is Footprint. I'm Samuel Atamensa, and I have Brigadier General Ofei Sackey. He's been in the intelligence business from different regimes and has been an instructor. First, the boys' company. The boys' company, Charlie, because I love their uniform, Charlie. Even the way they iron their trousers, if you get close, the thing can cut you. When we were kids, they used to lie to us that they use candle to iron the things. And you were an instructor there. Yes. Now after the boys' company period, where you say you were there till, is it 1981?
1981.
So we fast forward to the Rawlins School, 31st December.
Yes.
1981. Where were you?
1981. I was at the MI military headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
We were given assignments to monitor whatever.
So you're monitoring Rawlins?
It's been monitored from the AFRC time.
Yes,
I'm saying
that
yes.
While you were there, you were monitoring him.
Yes.
And what was he doing when you were monitoring him?
What he was doing, coup makers. There's nothing we didn't tell, or even Ghanaians didn't know that they wanted to do a coup. Even some of the case even went to court.
Yeah.
His lawyers sent us to court for following him. The court ruled that we shouldn't follow him.
Also, you're part of the unit. The operations to track him to different places.
I wouldn't say directly.
No, of course.
Yes,
I'm saying that within the
yes,
setup where
the
you were.
intelligence system actually knew what he was going to do, even the time and how.
Really?
And even there were betrayals and things here and there.
So people went to choke you?
Not the system.
Yeah, they choke the system. They
Yes.
go and choke.
But if a thief wants to come and boggle you, and he's doing his recce, and you two have your surveillance to track whether the thief will come, you are both trying to see what. So He got to know, and the example I give is that they sent the issue to court,
Yeah.
and they asked us to stop. Whether we stopped or not, you are not supposed to do Chinese surveillance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an abuse of the person's right.
Okay. So tell me, when Rawlings took over, eventually, were you still maintained there at the military intelligence?
It is during Rawlings' takeover.
Yeah.
He succeeded,
Yes.
put all military intelligence people on wanted lists. He disbanded the military intelligence. We went into hiding.
Where did you go and hide?
Oh, we were in Ghana. At least you have families and certain people. And then some of those people are still in the system that they've still not forgiven us fully for the good job we were doing for this country. They still remain disbanded. It was after the reconciliation and all these things when government changed. Some were in jail for more than 4 years. Wow. I was in jail for 1 year.
So they jailed you?
I was in James Fort.
Where did they get you? I thought you went to hide. Or you were tired of hiding?
No, what happened was I was preparing to go on a course in Germany. Company commanders, an official course. So at the time of the coup, although I was going to work and so forth, I was also preparing to go on this course overseas with some other senior officers and juniors. So we were going to Goethe Institute. Goethe.
Yeah.
Yes. It was after one of those classes that somebody gave me a lift to the house. And he wanted
Where were you living then?
I had gone to hide in somewhere, Choko area somewhere.
Okay.
So they gave me a lift. We went to Accra Brewery. And my own boys' company chap, who was virtually serving me when I was an instructor, saw me. He came and he was then supporting the coup. He had even gone to my house in, 37. And they fired some shots there, looking for me as to what I did to him as a boys' company instructor. No, there was a story.
Remember his name?
Oh, he's called Doku. One Doku. And he had then joined even the military police at that time. So when I saw him, I thought, oh, this is my boy, this, that. He was with a sergeant. Then he told the sergeant came to me. And then he told me that they say I'm an MI of this and that. We MI people are in town trying to kill soldiers. So how? Then he said, sir, then I have to send you. And I said, me, I'm even preparing to go on course. So I'm not on the regular list of blah, blah, blah. So if that's the case, I have to send you to Gonda to give me clearance. I didn't see any offense in that. Didn't also see who I had offended was in the MI. So I said, okay, we'll go. We took a taxi. Oh, so no, they were not, I wasn't having a car. Somebody was giving me a lift. And then, so we took a taxi. I paid for the taxi. And they sent me straight to Broadcasting House. There was a guard, this in the unit there. When I went, I met an officer, I've forgotten his name, he's now retired. So when I saw the officer, he also knew me, received me, and even gave me some beer to drink. What do you call it? Ekufado, that short beer.
The short one. Club.
I was there for a while, and then a number car came, and they said that car would send me to Gonda. So then I told them that I won't sit in an number car. What for? I'm not combatant. When they bring some jeep, or something, I'll go. I was still throwing myself up again because I think I'm an officer. They brought the car, jeep, and then we went. When we got to Gonda, my old friends, George Pattington and Asasi Jima and all that's when they saw me. Oh, they gave me a place. My luck was that they sent me to Gonda at first. So all those people who saw me there, and some of the boys' company people I knew, they saw me being brought there. And then they sent me to the Air Force. So they went and told Jiwa about me having been sent to the Air Force guard room. That was around, I was sent there about 1 o'clock. So I was there. When I got there was nobody there. I was drilled on gravel, captain, by the NCO there.
You remember his name?
His Freeman is dead. He was also killed by the revolution.
He's called what?
Freeman.
Freeman.
RSM Freeman.
Okay.
He was killed. So I was there. By 4:30, the sole of my feet, part had peeled off, virtually limping like a leper. Then I heard somebody calling my name. Where's Captain Sackey? Then Jiwa emerged. He came in. He saw me. He started asking them, who did this to this officer? He was my platoon commander. He made soldiers out of us. Who did this? The guard room was quiet. That RSM and then 2 people called Guka, Staff Sergeant Guka.
Goka.
He was also killed for something he
Very
did.
controversial. We'll get
He
that.
was also killed, yes. He was the one who was drilling me. And in my presence, he opened a bottle of schnapp and was drinking. That was my execution drink.
So what, he was going to kill you?
Why not? Everybody who knew. That was the time they were killing people at that Air Force place. So when Jiwa came and he asked all these questions, some money they had given me, they took. But I wasn't after the money. My life. And everybody that talked to me, if it was 5 o'clock, at that time, when it was dusk or something, they just send you there, papa, put you on ambulance, and come and say that.
So Jiwa actually intervened?
Yes, he intervened. That time he hadn't had problem with Rollins and this. So when he intervened, they released me back and sent me to Gonda. Sat in one of the offices, met George Paddington and
Major Pattington
Major
at the time.
at that time.
Yeah.
That time he was not the major because
Captain.
I was a captain.
Oh, okay.
I'm senior to him.
Oh, he was behind you?
Yes.
All right.
He's in take 17, I'm take 16. And so...
But he was part of the coup at the time?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So when they came over, even George even proposed to them that they should release me to go home and then change and come and join them. As I said, they made the effort and so forth.
George is George Pattington? Is
Yes.
That, okay, good.
They made the effort to, but there were a few people to the aversion for the military intelligence and so forth. And I myself also, I didn't find it too expedient to join a revolution you try to prevent. Now they have succeeded, then you are there in their fold. People even will look at you with a second eye of betrayal or something. And so I wasn't enthused about going back. All I wanted was my freedom.
So from
Then 3 days later, they transferred, they took me to the guard room proper. That was where I went and saw some of our men of the military intelligence who had been arrested, captured.
Wow.
So I was the first officer who got into their fold and really served as, what do you call it, a leader. A leader.
So which guard room is this?
Gonda.
Gonda.
Gonda guard room.
Wow. And there were civilians there as well?
Yes, they brought some civilians and so forth. And I found myself more comfortable with the men we've worked with and what had befallen us. It wasn't long then the deputy director, Lomuaga, was also brought in. So we became two.
Where was Ojija at the time?
Ojija, they had fled. They had fled.
Wow.
Yes. So the following morning when I was in that guard room, then that Awuni man comes and tells the guard commander that they should book me as a casualty. Because when he left me there, he thinks the night before I have been killed. So the guard asked him, why are you saying Captain Ofei Sackey should be there? He's here. Oh, he said, if he's here, it's okay. Then he left.
So how long were you?
James Fort, we stayed.
Oh, you later moved to James Fort?
Yes. We stayed in the guard room for some time.
You're not taken to court or anything?
No, there's not. What is the court?
As in
what is
marshaled?
No. So later, they came and then scattered all the MI people in various prisons. I happened to have been sent to
James Fort.
Some went to Oshafort, and some went to Nsawam.
Wow.
And then we stayed
for how long?
1 year.
1 year?
Me, 1 year they released me.
What happened? They just released you?
Because, you see, this gold mine security thing. No, after Jiwa, he has done his military bit off. But gold mine security survey that we did. I was the, what do you call it, not rapporteur, but organizing the reports and so forth with a special branch, what do you call it, personal assistant, a stenographer from the special branch. The long and short of it is that I was an anchor investigator who was let Maonjiga then. Maonjiga was our chairman. Yes.
The ex-police.
Ex-police, yes.
Yeah.
And he was also in special branch some time back.
Yes. He was a key person.
So he knew my background and everything, and I worked. So this gold mine security, which he was the chairman, the report, draft report that we had prepared was with me before 31st December. Then Maonjiga happened to have been the officer made to investigate or vet the MI officers who were put in prison. So he sees me on that investigating team. And then my mate, Okai, Kade Okai, he was then, I think, 2IC or somebody in 64, in those days, 64 regiment. Before we formed the 64 regiment, that is
the commandos.
The commandos.
Yeah. Where Partington
also
worked.
Yes. Partington was the CEO, became a CEO later. So Oshin was with this on the committee, and then they vetted us. It was in the course of the vetting that I told them about the report, the draft report, which if they allow, I can go and give it to them. They allowed, they sent me to my cubicle, gave it to them. Later on, he sends the report to Jerry Rawlings. And I'm sure it was out of that report he became Deputy Secretary of Interior, Maonjiga.
Wow.
So after vetting me, that short period, 1st February, I was released.
Okay.
When I was released, went back to the military command they needed an instructor at jungle warfare. And I was an IO in the battalion, had organized part of the organization of an exchange, troop exchange with the British in jungle operations, which I was one of the lead to have done it at Achansi and other places. So I'm a jungle trained instructor.
So after you spent 1 year in prison, you came back to continue with your work as a military officer.
A military officer, and that was how they posted me to jungle warfare, Achansi.
Wow.
And then stayed in Achansi from that March to December.
March of which year?
The same year.
Okay.
They posted me back to Accra.
Which year would this be?
83.
83, okay.
Yes, 83.
March of 83.
I was 82, I was in prison throughout.
It's God that made the way for you to go to Achansi. I'm sure that if you were in Accra, all these insurrections from Halid Jiwa and the people, they would have drawn you in.
That's why I said, whilst in the prison, Halidu was brought in 19 June.
Oh.
And met me at James Fort.
Oh, he came to see his boss there.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're even learning how to do. He's a black belt.
Yeah.
And we're training a black belt in the prison. He was training us. It's like we were using it like a physical training exercise.
Yeah.
And at that time that they brought him there, it was some small altercation between him and some of the leaders. And I was advising him, Jua, about what he's doing. He's a young man. Look, if they want to send you abroad to go to school, improve your lot. You have more life ahead of you. You see, my training of dissuading people from making coups and so forth, it's not only Jua. There are other personalities when I tell you.
Like who?
Indirectly, I've worked with Kori Kwashiga, and then you see, a trained intelligence officer, you don't know when somebody wants to recruit you. Friends, Nobisto episode when I was released, and then meeting them, and the plans they want to do about the bringing this, and then I'll tell them to stop it.
But tell me, while you were at Achansi, were they monitoring you?
What are you monitoring me about? I wouldn't say yes or no.
Okay.
But me,
you wouldn't know.
If you are a security target, you should know that you are a security target.
You're right.
You've come back from prison.
Just mind your business.
You are an MI officer, and you think nobody's interested in you.
Yeah.
And some of the boys, they arrested them around Achansi.
Really?
Sakodiado and all those people.
Yes, Sakodiado was with Jiwa.
Yes. And then the second time when they arrested, I was at Achansi. When they arrested them into the guard room, I didn't even go there to see them what for. You see, so going to Achansi, and then when I got to Achansi, at that time, in 2 months, we were going to write promotion exams, practicals. So I tell my CEO, I want to go and write the exam. That's all. You don't have a index number. Then I said, sir, I've been away 1 year. If I don't write this exam, it will affect my career. It's okay. You come with one, we read there. They will give you an index number. I went, wrote, I passed. That is also what upgraded my military career. Because if I hadn't passed practical promotion exams, my subsequent runs would have delayed. But when I was in Achansi, December, they posted me back to Accra. Where? PNDC Secretariat.
At the castle.
Yes.
So who were you reporting to at the time?
Asasijima.
The same Asasi Jima. But that was your friend before.
Well, oh, he was my friend before. We were in Kumasi.
Yeah.
And we've lived, and he knows me in Suhum and all that. A very good man. So, PNDC Secretariat, I was there and then I told them that I don't know the job I'm doing here, per se. Post me back to a unit and give me the task. My task will involve security within the military. That is something I can report on with my training. So they posted me to Force Headquarters and Okwedu.
How did you finally leave the army?
I worked early on from that place, working with the PNDC and then all these things. I was a security coordinator under Rawlings regime.
Okay.
After Mount Yegas episode, went on UN operations and so forth. Came from Afghanistan, and from Afghanistan, I was posted at an officer commanding 5 battalion. Officer commanding 5 battalion.
5 battalion is
5 BN in Accra.
in Accra. Okay.
Then after that, it was when I was there that they posted me in 1990 as PNDC security coordinator at the airport, done specifically by General Rawlings when he had taken over the head of the military when they moved General Kwenu from office, and the Kwashiga's episode came in. And that was when I was talking about advising people about what they want to do, because Kwashiga had been posted earlier on to jungle warfare. No, not jungle warfare. This is officers training wing. That is the Army Combat Training School, where I was.
Where is that?
Teshi.
Okay.
I was a directing staff there.
Was Kwashiga ahead of you?
Yes, he's my senior.
Okay.
Until 14.
Okay.
I'm in 16. So when he was posted there, and he had been removed from government and posted there, he came and met me. And we've been in Kumasi, junior leaders, and then as a, an operation officer at Brigade. So we've been friends, playing squash together and all that. So when they were brought him there and discussing his grievances and so forth, was when I came in. And then I was telling him, look, we are one of the brilliant officers in this armed forces. This revolution and everything which had come, and want to concentrate on the military. You will rise to whatever level. At that time, the decision that you take to make things work, it will happen. Because I realized he was courting my assistant for something he wanted to do. And I won't let you make it. As soon as you make it, I fall under misprision of treason from my training. So I won't even. So leave them, this, that. It ended. It wasn't long he was arrested, including Atipo, who eventually took over from the airport.
Where is he?
Oh, he's dead. Squadron leader Atipo.
Oh, the squadron.
Akapu. Akapu.
Because Atipo is dead, but he was in the army, not.
Yes, he was a provost marshal.
Yes.
Before he went on DA.
He died maybe
about a year or two ago.
2, 3, 4 years ago. I remember Atipo.
Yes,
very quiet.
And then he became commandant. Kofi Annan.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
The time I left, I was assistant commandant Kofi Annan before he came. As a commandant. So this is where it led me, and then from PNDC worked. It was from there that I went to Staff College
Oh, okay. So
I went to teach at the staff college for 7 years.
Whew.
2 years in Ghana,
Which year is this again?
1996 to 98.
Is that when General Frimpong was there?
Yes, he was then the research director. Yes.
Eventually became the
Yes, yes.
commandant or something. Oh,
Oh no, he wasn't a commander.
okay.
He was a research director.
Right.
So 1990 to 94, then posted to Staff College, Junior Division, 94 to 96. Then 96 to 98, Nigeria Command and Staff College, also as a DS.
Where?
Nigeria.
Where?
Jaji. Kaduna.
That's Kaduna. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, so I went there 96 to
But there are
90.
lots of Ghanaians in Kaduna.
Yes, that time.
Yeah.
And I said, this jihadist thing, most of them have. So I came back 98, back to Staff College, 98 to 2000.
Oh,
That's what gives me about 6 to 7 years.
okay. Wow.
So from there, from Staff College, at that time, Provost Marshal. Became Provost Marshal from, I think, 1999 or 2000 to about 2002.
Okay.
2002 onwards, then I went to Cote d'Ivoire as the Deputy Force Commander, ECOWAS Force.
But that's when the fight had broken out.
They were broken out. I was the Deputy Force Commander
Oh, I see.
who went and arranged the force operation and everything and stayed to 2003. 2003, came back briefly and posted back to Cote d'Ivoire as Defense Attaché.
Wow.
Defense
Very interesting.
Attaché stayed from 2000 and what do you call it?
So 2002, you were stationed in Abidjan?
Abidjan,
or you
yes,
were
yes.
stationed in Yamoussoukro, wherever?
Yeah, Moscow was where we staged the operation
yeah.
from.
It's been wonderful, people. So I've been having a chat with Brigadier General. You know, his is Sackey, Ofei Sackey, you know, but I've had other Ofei, you know, but this is Brigadier General Ofei Sackey. And those of you who have been around for long, around the military circles, this is a very familiar name. I mean, spotless. Such a wonderful career in the Ghana Armed Forces. So this is where we want to end our conversation. It's been wonderful. And this has been FootPrints. My name is Samuel Atamensa. Thanks for joining us.
Right.
Catch you next time.